Chii chamunorova rep nei zhinji zvinodzwa kwapa. Oh, nemakabeji. So izvo ndo zvinorohwa chete. Okay. All right. Kandiitendenzeso. Don't type right there. So what our employee is trying to say, those are the commodities, carrots, which you are trying to do. We leverage a lot of high crop or maybe high vegetables which have got high value. So we are generating a lot of income from what we are doing, and we are still scaling up in a setup of being a multi-purpose. I'm still taking you around the farm. This time around we have a lot of rep here. I need to take you where we are doing our tomatoes. Highspar Enterprise is an enterprise which has a very competent or maybe confident entrepreneurs who are working in a nutshell together, where we have a memorandum of understanding on how we do or make our shares. I'm the CEO, like I have 30% of the shares in the company, and other entrepreneurs who have come to use the shared asset like land, but we are operating in a systematic way because it's one company. Others have got 5% of the shares, 20% of the shares. The majority, they fall under 5% of the shares. So I'll take you around so that I show you around like the other commodities we are doing at our farm here in Mumba district. Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is a species, like a different leaf, which is called Chinese cabbage. Chinese cabbage also has got a lot of demand on the market. It's different from the other natural rep or maybe the other natural cabbage. As you can see, this is our Chinese cabbage. So yeah, we are in the dry season, but this land is being restored even if it's dry season. As you can see down there, it's wet. We do use our irrigation system and our irrigation facilities. So that is another species of rep which is happening there, but not much of restoration happens with this kind of commodity because of we reharvest every after a month. We have identified a lot of opportunity to be in grapes because if we plant grapes, we start watering like this, it becomes more like a permanent tree where we will just reharvesting and harvesting. We have no much need of us cutting the land. So the onions also, the challenge with the onions, once they are ready, we harvest them once and we don't expect to harvest twice. So other commodities which can grow and not be reharvested are very much important. Junior, how are you? Yes, you tell us more something about the farm. Yes. How is it able to employ you? No, just anyway. So this is an extension. Those are our pipes and a shelter where we do come to have a rest when we are at the farm. It's a very indigenous farm indeed. We don't hear any machineries because we are using the solar energy. So it's very cost effective. The operational costs are just for us to pay our employees, and that is the operational cost which we have. So we are getting closer to the field where we are doing some tomatoes, and we are strategizing. As you can see, in between this line for tomatoes, yeah, in between the line we are putting rep. So each and every inch of the land is being valued. We do value the cost of each and every inch of the land. So yep, these are tomatoes and we are yet to reharvest them. So tomatoes, they do a lot in terms of cash because it's also a high crop value like a vegetable. But we have a challenge because after a year we need to replant a new species of a tomato, which has to be a different thing. So in terms of operational cost, tomatoes, they have got a lot of labor than the rape, but this is what we are doing. This is a very huge field indeed. So we are able to harvest tomatoes about 50 boxes a day, and one box it's going at $20. So you can multiply how much we are able to make a day from the tomatoes. It sounds very trick, but it's making a lot of resources. It is indeed a leverage point which we are doing. So our field is still going, as you can see. All that is our field, and it's set up in the very nearby area with the urban markets, where the local marketeers or the local women, they are coming to buy from us as they are coming to buy from us as at the wholesale price, and they do sell at retail price. So that is what we have on the ground. This is a very interesting thing we do have. So we did much of the rep. I think we are still in the rep gardens. So you can see those are our employees, and they are being paid well. And also we do consider the labor raw conditions, where we don't just underpay them. As you can see, a person working there. We are also employing women. Those are our employees who are working there. This is where we tap our water from, and we proceed like this. So we are here, we are meeting Mr. Masuka, who is working on the organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer yanu isebenza bwanji?
Organic fertilizer ni timafaka munga yamene maonera timaponya mukati mumbewu mamene umuntu zamba kuti tikatenga manyoya yathu taponya mumbewu.
Okay.
Tamutirira tikatirira timachita futi tabwera futi tamulimiramo mukati zambo iwona manje kuti manyoya yathu kodi ayambosebenza bwino.
Okay.
Ndio chinango chamezi chimatitandizira nkhani ya fertilizer kali yadura fertilizer. So timagwerera plus nantaka simaononge.
So i fertilizer ipangwa kuli vichani?
Aya manyoya ya nkuku ne tinatenga.
Okay.
Yamene yakuti tinatenga kwa manyoya ya nkuku ndio amene chinambo tenga kotagura ku alimi wanzatu ajamene wala masunga nkuku tibwa nayo ti apply mu tomato na marepu onioni ili kizabula tabo ndura pamoja.
Okay. So mumagulisa kuti repu
ife tina customers amene amabwera amene amachoka katambalala nango amachoka mama ndimvu muja amachoka mosi anawenda ku ng'ombe. So timapeleka kusoito but ngati yapaka ndipo amene timapeleka kusoito.
Okay, so mude ma customers wamangala wangati?
Customers chikonga chete mamene yaukira pena ngoma pesa bali pena mukakarako lo so chabe chikonga mamene ili ngati ankara demand awe mamapaka.
So baja bali mumunda ni ma customers? Tinga pempeko kamba nabo?
Dani mkambe nao wakuuzele pamene watendaula zamene waona zamene wapeza masikuwa na tamuga bwelako pasi.
Okay. Okay, tamvera bwino kuona pali organic fertilizer iyi. Benango ma farmers bali be maybe bali be idea ya organic fertilizer ni bwanje muli nawo na bemve?
Ine nikubalita chabe encouragement yanga nayo kubalimbisa kuti tieni tizichita organic chifukwa organic iliko yochipako than fertilizer yatu amene tambo peza kuti saka manje yambotiuza ma 1 pini chakati so stiza kwanisa so tibwerere plus kuwama kwa hii tibweza ntaka
zikomo
mankaranso fetao zima wama manini
zikomo kwambiri Junior
banana kuna
iya igwira so tikopi kuna mdara ili kukopa chesi Zambia. So together now with Mr. Masuka, the employee at the farm, and we are talking of our organic and how it's keeping our land to be very fertile as we are doing our gardening. The land is fertile all the year round. We are producing at the very smaller land here, which is 5 hectares, but we are able to produce different kinds of vegetables, and he may take us through. Vegetable produce pano, lepu na chani.
Lepu, tuna cabbage, then tuna onion, na milisi, tomato, chili.
Yeah, so
carrots, so apart from that, tunaona kuunda kuja kwa mtu kwa ngozi ya tena shanga carrots.
Yeah, so this land, regardless of what we are producing, every year, every time, every single month, we are putting a seed on this land. Once we harvest, there's a post-harvest which takes place, but it's not losing value because of this manure, which is a chicken manure, and also we do get some cattle and goat manure. So it's very important for people to also put this into consideration. And we have a lot of people are coming to buy from this farm, and we expect this farm to grow and to continue growing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Junior. So the land is very fertile. If you see, this tomato is 3 meters high, and we are able to harvest about 3,000 tomatoes from one straw, or maybe from one tree of tomatoes. So it's a very interesting place. We have restored our land using organic fertilizer, but if you see the stem of a tomato, it's very thick. So this is what we are doing. We may not be much professional, but we are making a difference. So it's going and it's very tall. So it's a very effective kind of agricultural practice which we are doing. We are doing a mixture kind of agriculture in a very specific way. So it is something which is very important. Neni nevo Clinton Alice ninewo nefyo Masuka twe panga video ya farm, then twefaya to send a video ipa media so that we promote farming ya Masuka. So kutitwalanda namwewo ma benefits ya pa farm pano. How are you? What are the challenges? Nomba, when did you start coming here? Nikuisa mse like nikuti kwa mapereka rep mkagura pano. So tungakambe naye mwe pa kamera. Okay, chitundu bwa chinyanja. Okay, so mungatuze ko zina yanu na mungangane ko pa kamera. Namu from Wenso. So yes, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, it's good to see you here. So you are here to order vegetables. So where do you, or maybe how much do you?
150.
150. That's a 50 kg. Okay, and then where do you take the rep?
Town.
Town. In town, you are a vendor in town?
Yes. I'm a street vendor.
You are a street vendor in town. Okay, can we visit you one day in town so that we see how you sell, or maybe tell us how you sell in town?
On Lima Tower.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to tell the people what profit you make, and also how you wish maybe to I don't know. Yeah. What profit are you making? How many people are you keeping? How is your living? We are in the urban place, which is Lusaka, and the vegetable garden is in Lusaka, where you are paying less transport to get this vegetable. So explain to the people the advantage of this farm, how it is helping you in terms of your life. Yeah, Mgakambe.
Business at Yamabeji is a pebble. Order like so now the line for 150. Ngapezemo 200 or 250.
That's the profit?
Profit is 100 kwacha.
100 kwacha profit?
Depends on money nowadays.
Okay. So you are making your livelihood from this business? Yes. Okay, so having such a farm near your area, it's a very good advantage, right?
Yes, it's a very good advantage for me.
Okay, because you are paying less transport, right? Okay. Anything you can say about your business on your side?
My business is very much okay to my side.
Okay. Yes. And how many children do you have?
2 children.
You are a married person or a single mother? Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, it was nice to talk to you. Let's try to talk to your colleague again.
Okay, thank you.
So we were speaking with one of the clients or one of the customers who are coming to buy our rep. Yep. So mngakambeko something name. Mwakana. Chemchikabe. Muchivemba. Kambani chena imwe.
Baba kusweni mwakalala ndo.
Kambani che. Mwife wino. Famu ya wa masuka mula yumfa wino sana ka? Okay, rep ili sana heo say. Aika? Natumfa wino kumisanga pa famu ubushiku bwa lero. Mubombe wino sana. Imwe mushitishira kwisa lepu. Muli matawa. Muli amwine mu station. So so ngamwa order lero, when are you going to come kuno again? So yala ya mkupwa lero ini. So na ikwata demand sana Bali itemwa abantu awe chawama. Okay, na total. All right. Yeah, so our customers are trying to explain to say rape is on high demand in the urban setup. Tomorrow again they're coming to buy from us. So the demand is high. The demand is always high when we talk of these commodities which we are showing you. So the more the demand, the more we make money at Hispa. So it is a good investment such that we can put some more technologies at our farm. We don't have a lot of water irrigation systems. What we are doing, a lot of things are manually, but we hope to improve our technology. The organic fertilizer is again being loaded in the bags so that we distribute it to the respective areas of the farm. So the whole issue, we had to add organic fertilizer, and we are doing the manual irrigation, which is not quite good for the demand which is increasing for our urban setup. So on the other side we are doing maize. Our maize is not quite good. It's not quite good because it needs a lot of chemical fertilizers. So maize is not quite good for land restoration. So it's not a commodity we are focusing on much. So we have a land which is still going until it's just a 5 hectare piece of land. On the other farms, we have some extension where we are doing grapes and where we are doing other commodities, potatoes.